Hey, what's up guys, we're in a new video where today we're gonna be making a 3D physical health bar in-game in Unreal Engine 4, like this one we're seeing right here on my back. As you can see, this health bar right here, which is something I based off from Dead Space idea of the health bar you got on your back. And each time I press the F button, the health goes down and the color changes to make it look like the one in the game. See? So this is what I'm going to be teaching you to do today. So first of all, I'm going to create a new project and I'll be back when I got it done. Okay, so we're back in here in the new world I made empty without any modifications. So you see I haven't got the health bar. If I press keys, nothing happened. So this is a fresh new project I just created. So first thing we're gonna make is gonna create some user interface blueprint widget, and we're going to call this health bar. Okay, we're going to open this app and we're going to make two things. First of all, we're going to change the size of the screen to custom screen. We're going to set it to 500 by 500. Then we add a progress bar right here and some text. Text is gonna be a font of a 60 maybe. We're going to adjust something like this. Let's make it be 000, just a placeholder for now. We put it down here, and the health bar we stretch it up like this, and we're going to go and change the percentage. You see it goes from left to right. We're going to change the type of filling. This goes from a bottom to top, or however you want to make this. So you got it goes now from the bottom to the top, which is the one I want in a specific. So the filling color, we're going to change this by a white color instead of a blue. And we're going into style, and we're going to filling image, we're going to replace it by something new we're going to create. So let's go and create a new material, which is going to be health material 01 UI. So open this app and we create a 3 constant vector. What I did is apply this to where you could do this to color base, but what I did in the other project was trying to add this to emission color. It's not going to really make any change actually, I think. So you make it this to be white. We compile this, and now we go back into the health bar, and we're going to apply in here this texture, which is the health bar material 01 UI, and this is going to say it doesn't use UI material domain. So we change the domain, we compile, this should work, and now look this. So open this up and you see it change into final color link right here. So now if we scroll up the percentage, we don't really see the difference because it's all white. So thing is, because we're going to be changing the colors around, we're going to use a white because it is the base for all the colors. It doesn't really matter if you choose another color, it will be mixing these colors and it will look different to what you want. So we're going to create in here into the color part right there. We're going to create a link in here, and in this link what we're going to be making is going to cast third person character. We're going to get player character. And now let's compile this for now. Let's go to the third person character. Well, I can't open in content browser right now, it froze. There we go. We find in content browser, we open this app and it is loading. And when it is loaded, we're going to create a few variables. We're going to create the health variable, which is going to be a float variable, so we can link it into this percentage bar. So we create a new variable which is going to be health bar. There we go. We're going to change this from being a val into being a float. Okay, so we're going to create an event tick. I'm going to create a set health bar to 1, and we're going to enable input, get player controller. So now what it does is going to be set health to 100 and enable input. So this, what it does, it enables the input for keys. It is activating the health bar into 1 point. So if we press F right here and G, we're going to be using F to remove health points and G to remove health points. It's going to be a test button. So if we do this without the enable input, it's not going to work because we didn't enable the inputs first. So we're going to press, we're going to set health bar, we're going to set it to a minus because we're removing health points, taking health bar, and our health bar goes from 0 to 1 because the percentage of the bar works like that in Unreal. We come right here, you see that the maximum percentage goes from 0 to 1. 1 is the maximum percentage. So what we're going to be doing, instead of removing point by point, is going to be 0.1, or you can remove 0.01, but I'm going to move 0.1 because it's a greater quantity. We can pretty much have like 10 steps in between. So we're going to copy this thing right here, we're going to join this into press. Instead of removing, we're going to add this. So this is going to be a plus float 0.1. There we go, we compile. So now we're going to the graphic window, and we gotta do, if it doesn't crash because it's going really slowly lately, okay, we're going to add this widget in here. Well, we're going to add component widget, and we got this widget in here, and what we gotta do is going to set the space to world, which is by default. The widget class is gonna be health bar. If we come into the front of the character, if it doesn't freeze again, I will show you faster. There we go. There's a health bar. So in here we're showing the amount of health points, and here we're showing the health bar. So the amount of points is optional. I just show it because I want this to go. I want to make sure that I'm doing the math correctly, so I prefer to have this physically showing in there. So we're going to rotate it, and in my case I want this to be on the back of the character, okay? So we're going to scale this a little bit, make it smaller. We're not going to make it as perfect as I tried to do in the other project because this one is just for a tutorial real fast. So we compile, we're going to the game, and we got this thing on the back, see? Alright, if it doesn't freeze again, I could show you better and faster. So there we go, we got this health bar on the back with the points. So let's quit for now, let's see. What we're going to do is going to link the text in here. We're going to cast third person character. We're going to get player character, and we're going to get health, and we got the variable of the health converted into from a float into a text variable. So we compile, we go into play, and now you see that this is 1, and with the F and G bindings we made before, this should if we come back into player character to see what have I done. Whenever we press F, it should go down, and whenever we press G, it should go up. So event tick. Oh, I forgot. Event tick, if you set this is going to be always 1. This is something I did wrong. This is going to be on begin play, okay? My mistake, I'm sorry. So begin play. There we go. Because if it is an event tick, it's going to be setting it constantly to number 1. That's why it didn't work. So now we press F, it goes down, and we can get to minus number, to negative numbers, and we can get all the way up into the positive numbers over 1. So this is something we don't want because the percentage of the bar goes only from 0 to 1. We don't want negative numbers or any number over 1. So how do we fix this is with clamping the variables. We're going to make some clamps in here. So what we're going to do, let's give it a little bit of breathing room between each thing because we're going to add a lot of other nodes. So let's just go in here, and what we're going to do is going to be clamp float into here, and this is the value we're getting. We're getting this minus this, but with a limit of the minimum being 0 and the maximum being 1. So we're going to do the same in here. We're going to clamp this, having the minimum to be 0 and the maximum to be 1, so we don't go over or lower 0 or 1. So if we press F to go down, you see it is stuck on 0. I am pressing F and it doesn't go any way farther, and if I do the same with G, it doesn't go any way up. So now that we got this clamp, we have the limit set, we can go over and change the bar, the health bar, to show the colors. So what we're going to do, we're going to remove the background color to be 0 on the alpha side, so we can see the percentage. So we gotta go into health bar. We're going to where is this thing? Progress. So you see, we didn't see it before because the background is also white. So we remove completely a background to make it easier, and also because aesthetically what I want to achieve is only being able to see this and the background being black with a mesh. I modeled on my own, I showed you before. So we're gonna link the percentage, create a link, and cast to third person character. We're going to get player character, and we're going to get health bar, which is going to be, we're going to join in here, we compile, we go and play. I think I did something wrong. What have I done wrong? Node doesn't end with a return node. Yeah, whatever. I think I done wrong. I don't know what I did wrong, but we're going to get continuing with this part of changing the color first. We're going to get fill color opacity. We already linked it before, so we got it in here. We gotta get make 3 variables, which is going to be red, green, blue. Going to set this to a float, going to set this to a float, and this to a float. So we got red. No, we want to red, RGB. So we're going to create a linear color in here, and for the alpha we're going to set it to whatever you want. I'm going to set it to 1 because this is what I want. So red, green, and blue, they're setting here. We're going to compile, and let's put this like this. We're going to make a sequence out of here so we can make different steps out of here, and we're going to compare float. We're going to get health out of here as the input and compare with, let's say we want this to work like this. From here to here is gonna be blue, and from the half down to here to 0.3 is going to be yellow, and from 0 to 0.3 to lower it's going to be red, just like I made before. So what we're gonna be doing is going to be compared with 1, and we're going to set some other variables which are going to be boolean, which is blue is yellow and is red. So we're going to set it's blue, it's yellow, and it's red bars in here, here to here, and this to this. Is blue is going to be true. First we're going to copy this to have it many times in here. So we're going to set blue to true if it is over 1 or equal to 1. Oops, what have I done? I opened something I didn't mean to, I'm sorry. If it is greater or equal to 1, it's going to be blue. If it is lower to 1, it's going to compare if it is 0.5. If it is greater than 0.5, it's going to be this, and if it is equal or lower to, if it is equal to 0.5, it's going to say is yellow, and all the other to false, and this one to true. So we're going to copy this, and we're going to make a 0.3 same input, which is the health bar variable. And if it's lower than 0.3, it's going to check. If it is greater than 0.3, it is going to set it to yellow, or if it is equal and lower to 0.3, it's going to set it to red. So there we go, we compile this, and this we got a note right here because we didn't end these notes into somewhere. We got to make them end somewhere. So how do we make them end somewhere? We're going to put them into here, but first we're going to make a print string. We're going to move this over a little bit further up. Print string, and out here the same, print string. From the blue one, we're going to make this blue, so we see on the screen blue is yellow, and down here we're going to make this set red. Okay, so we're going to end this in here, here, and here. Let's compile. So what we're going to test first is this is working. So there's something that's not working because it isn't saying this red, blue, and yellow thing on the screen. I made something wrong. Oh yeah. We have to make a branch first. I forgot about that. So we're making here this. We make a branch. And the condition is, if it is blue, it's true, it's going to print a string saying blue. If it isn't blue, it's going to make another branch asking itself, then am I yellow? If it is true that's yellow, it's going to print string saying that it's yellow. And if it isn't yellow, it's going to make a branch that's going to ask itself, am I red? If it is true, it's going to print red. And if it isn't red, well, we're going to leave that empty because it's gotta be something. So let's move this over up here, compile, and we got to end this into here. Okay, we got to remove this link from here, we got to link it in here, and there we go. So now we got this done. This, if it is false branch, let's move it up so it makes an infinite loop in here all the time, asking itself if it is something. So it says blue, 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 blue all the time. You go lower up to 0.5, says yellow, 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 yellow. You go lower 0.3, it says red, 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 red. So you see, it works like this. Let's go to the health bar again. So now that we check that this works, what we gotta do is change the values of these floats in here. So how we do this is going to be in an event tick right here on the event graphic. Will be a good idea, but I think I prefer to make it inside of here. So yeah, let's go over right here, and what this is gotta do after this, it's if it is blue, set red, green, and blue. So what got done into a string chain in here. Let's just join this thing in here, these links. We got blue to 1 and green to 0.9 because I don't want so dark of a blue, I want a light blue. So we join in here this thing, we copy, we paste, and we paste. This one goes down here, it's gonna be red, it's gonna be 0 for the other ones, and the yellow is gonna be a mix of 1 in green and 1 in red. We join this in here. So we move this over right here, we move this over right here, and we move this link into here. We compile. Let's go and play and test if it works, and it is working actually. So we got 1 point of health, you see, 1 point of health, it is blue. So we press F, it goes lower. When it gets 0.5, it is yellow, the half of the head. It says yellow on the side right here, you see. We go lower, 0.3, it says red right here. And we're to 0, we're dead. See? So this is how I made the health bar. So another thing you might have seen on my other project, let's just go back to the project I made in here. You see that I made this health bar. Whenever I get to 0.3, it's like that, and whenever I get lower than 0.3, you see this gets red, right? These black lines start to seem to be red. So how I done this, it is with a model, the mesh I had in there. All I did was basically changing the texture and making two models, one that was invisible and the other making it visible whenever it is lower, with comparing the floats. So we're going to make that right now. We're going to make model right here. We're going to add a cube inside of here. Let's go right here. Let's add a cube. Okay, we got a cube component in here. Let's make it smaller. Let's move it. Let's put it into here. Just don't go too fast. And there we go. We got this in here. Okay. So what we're going to be making this cube is going to set this of a specific color. So we play, and this is default color because we didn't change it first. Let's go and change the color by going into here, creating a new material. You see health material UI. We're going to create a new material which is going to be good HP, bad HP. So good HP is gonna be 3, constant 3 vector is gonna be black. We pin this into color base. We're going to apply this thing right here, and let's go back into the third person example map. We're going to open up bad HP, and bad HP is gonna be, let's add a 3 constant vector. We're going to set it into where is this mission color? There we go, there it is. So we're going to change this into here. We're going to set it to red. It's going to be a red emissive color, so it'll start emitting a red shine right here. So we're going to go into third person character. We're going to come in here, and we're going to duplicate this cube right here. This is going to be called red cube, and this one is going to be called, let's rename it, normal cube. So we got the normal cube and the red cube. Normal cube is gonna be changing this to good HP, which is black texture, all material, and here is going to be bad HP, which is red. We got good HP, bad HP. We go and go into the visibility of the bad HP. We're going to set it to 0 of the red cube. So we got only this normal cube right here, and we go into this graph event, and we're going to add out of the event tick, we're going to make a sequence, so we can take many links out of here. We're going to take this sequence in here. We're going to create a compare float, and we're going to compare this with health bar, compare it with 0.2. If it is greater than 0.2, we're going to set the visibility from no normal cube, and we're going to duplicate this and paste it in here, and instead of normal cube we're going to add red cube. So we got it in here. Red normal cube is going to be visible and red cube invisible, and we go right here. If it equals to 0.2 or lower than 0.2 is going to be the opposite. The red cube is going to be visible. So right now texture are compiling, so we're not going to be able to see it, so we'll just pause the video and come back whenever it's done compiling. Okay, I'm back. Let me check. Yeah, it's recording. Okay, so now they are compiled, and if we come into game, you see we got this blue. We go lower, we go lower, and whenever it's 0.3 is red, and that's bad. 0.2 is alert, and that's worse. That's why I want to make this cube become red, because it's worse than 0.3. This is alert. You are one hit away from dying, and then it's 0 and you're dead. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoy it, and see you in the next video. Bye.